Hey guys, what's up and welcome to iCode. Well, this video is going to be very interesting. You know why? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to hack WPA and WPA2 passwords. So, let's get started. I've already started my Kali Linux virtual machine and here it is. And I've already plugged in my wireless card. If you can see right here, fconfig, and there you go. WLAN 0 is my wireless interface. That means I've plugged in my TP-Link wireless card. Now, coming to the point, how to hack WPA and WPA2 passwords? Well, to be honest, WPA and WPA2 cracking is pretty tough unless and until you have some information about that particular password. Something like, length of the password or position of certain letters or numbers in that particular passwords. Only then cracking WPA and WPA2 passwords will be easy. Otherwise, it will take years, believe me. So, you can hack WPA and WPA2 passwords only if you have some information about that particular passwords. Got it? Fine. In this video, I'm going to be showing you dictionary attack. That is basically, we are going to generate a word list. Word list is basically a list of words out of which we feel that there is password for our router. So that is called a word list. And we are going to generate our word list using a command called crunch. And let me just show you how to use crunch. So let me just type in crunch, C-R-U-N-C-H, and help, so that we could see how to use crunch. And as you can see right here, crunch can create a word list based on criteria that you specify. And this is how you use crunch. Crunch, the minimum length of the password, the maximum length of the password, and certain options. Let's see what are those options. So you're gonna type manual crunch. And there you go. These are the set of options that you can use with crunch. So press enter so to just navigate to the bottom of the file. And here you can see options like -B, -C, and for this video I'm going to be using -T. And let me just show you what -T does. As you can see right here, -T specifies a pattern. So this is the command that we are going to use in this video. So let me just show you what is crunch and how to generate a word list. So let me just quit this manual by typing Q, and now let's start generating a word list. You start by saying crunch, and we give minimum length of our password and maximum length of our password. And for information, I'm going to hack a router whose password is topcoder2. So this is the password, topcoder2. Great. So we start by saying crunch. We give minimum length of the password. As I know that my password length is 9, I'm going to put 9 for both minimum and maximum length of the password. And now I'm going to give some set of letters and numbers to that particular word list so that it will use only that particular numbers and letters to generate our word list. So I'm going to say the word list to use letter T and P-O, of course T-O-P-C-O-D-E-R, along with some other numbers such as 1, 2, 3. So basically word list is going to use only this particular letter so to generate its word list. Okay, fine. I can actually put these words in other fashion, something like top 1, 2, 3, C-O-D-R-E, doesn't matter. Basically we are giving all these letters and numbers so to generate our word list. Got it? Fine. Now, as I told, I'm going to use command -T so to give it a pattern. As I know that my password is topcoder2, I'm going to tell my word list that every word in the word list starts with T, and I don't know what are the next two letters, so I'm going to put @ and I know that 4th and 5th are C and O, so I'm going to put C and O right here, and I don't know what is the next letter, so I'm going to put @ again, and I know that next two letters are E and R, so I'm going to put ER, and finally I don't know what is the last letter, so I'm going to put @ again. So basically the length is 9. And this is the pattern that I'm going to give the word list. And I'm going to generate this to a file called something like WPA word list. And enter. Now it will start generating the word list, and so it's done. That was pretty fast. Now if you type in ls, you can see that we have got a file called WPA word list. Let's see what is inside that by just typing cat WPA word list, enter. And as you can see, we have generated all the possible options for our password. So basically if you can see here, this is the pattern that I told WPA word list, just the word list to generate. Wait, let me just paste it right here. So this is the pattern that I told the word list to generate the words on. It generated each word using this particular pattern. That is the first word as T and the fourth word as C, fifth as O, and last these two letters as ER, as I told. So basically this is how you actually use -t command, that is the pattern command. Got it? Fine. So in each and every word it used this particular pattern, that is T @co @er and in the positions where I gave it @ it is actually using this particular words, this particular set of words. So wherever there is @ it actually puts this particular set of words into it and generates all the possible words for that particular word list. Got it? Fine. And now let's see if our password is in that word list, that is topcoder2. So let me just go right here, and as you can see here, there is our password, that is topcoder2. Where is it? Topcoder2. There you go. Here is our password. We're going to use this particular word list so to hack our WPA and WPA2 router, and let's see how to do it. Let me just type in iwconfig so that I can see if my card is in monitor mode or managed mode, and as you can see, my card is in managed mode. Let me just set that to monitor mode by just typing airmon ng wlan 0 start. Okay, start wlan 0, sorry. So airmon ng start wlan 0. And as you can see, monitor mode is now enabled and the name has been changed to WLAN 0 mon. If I type in iwconfig, you can see that our wireless card is in monitor mode with name WLAN 0 mon. Now let me just type in aerodump ng, so to sniff packets, so to capture packets around this wireless card. So aerodump ng WLAN 0 mon, and let me just give the interface as -I, enter. And in a moment it will start capturing packets, and this is the router that I'm going to hack, that is ut*com, and its password is topcoder2 as I told you. So there's a client connected to this particular ut*com, as you can see. So here is the BSS ID, that is MAC address of that particular ut*com, and this is the same thing, and there is a client for that, that is this particular client. This is connected to ut*com. Great. Now let me just target that particular ut*com. So what I'm going to do is, let me just go to Terminator so that I can work with two terminals at a time. So Terminator, yes, I have Terminator, and let me just target only ut*com. If you don't know how to target a particular access point, watch my last video. In that video I have told you how to actually target a particular access point using aerodump ng with some modification. If you have watched that video, let's go dive in. So let me just target that particular access point using aerodump ng. We are going to give channel for that. So channel, that is channel is 11, and the BSS ID is this particular one. Copy this and paste it right here in the Terminator, and the interface is WLAN 0. That's it. Okay, not WLAN 0, WLAN 0 mon. Enter. And now it will start sniffing packets, so I can close this and work with only this particular workspace, I mean terminal. And now it's targeting only this particular router, that is ut*com, that is my router with password topcoder2. Now how to hack that particular password? First we need to generate a handshake file. Handshake file is actually generated by your access point by that particular router whenever a new client connects to that particular access point. Got it? Okay, let me just tell you again. Handshake file is generated by access point whenever a new client is actually connected to that particular access point. So basically whenever a client connects to that particular access point, it generates a handshake file, and we're going to use that particular handshake file so to hack WPA and WPA2 passwords. And let me just show you how. Before that, you need to write all this data of aerodump ng to a particular file, and let me just show you how. So let me just stop this process and type the same command again, and at the end you need to type -w and the file name. So let me just name this handy icode file, something like that, handy icode, and that's it. Enter. Now it will do the same process again, but here for this process we are actually writing the data to that particular file handy icode. Now, how to generate a handshake? As I told you, a handshake file is generated whenever a client connects to that particular router. As you can see, we have two clients for that particular router. So we can actually use this particular two clients so to generate our handshake file. You know how? No? Okay, let me just show you how. We're going to basically de-authenticate one of the clients. So I'm going to de-authenticate this particular client using the de-authentication attack I've explained you in one of my previous videos, and basically disconnect this particular client for 2 or 3 seconds, and after that, when this particular client connect to that router again, there's a handshake file that will be generated, and this is how you actually get the handshake file. Got it? Fine. Okay, I'll tell that again. So basically we're going to use this particular client to generate our handshake file. We're going to use de-authentication attack, so to de-authenticate, so to disconnect this client from the router ut*com, and later when this client connects to that particular router again, there's a handshake file that will be generated, and we are going to use that particular handshake file so to hack WPA and WPA2 password for that ut*com, that is topcoder2. Okay, I've talked a lot, so let us go to the process. And now let me just select split horizontally so that I can work with two terminals, and now let's perform the de-authentication attack. So we start by saying a replay ng, so a replay ng. We're going to perform de-authentication attack, and number of packets, let me just give 10 packets, that would be enough to generate a handshake file. Now we need to specify the clients. Client is this particular one, that is C4B3 C2CE6F. So copy this, paste it right here, and access point, this particular one. So let me just copy this and paste it here, and we are going to specify the wireless interface as WLAN0MON and enter. So it started sending de-authentication packets. As you can see, now we have generated a handshake file right here. There you go, we got the handshake file. Hoorah! Now we can actually hack that particular WPA and WPA2 password using another command called aircrackng, and let me just show you how to use aircrackng. Use the command aircrackng so to hack our Wi-Fi password. So aircrackng. Next, we need to specify the name of our handshake file. So the name of our handshake file is handy icode. Well, I think the same. Okay, let me just see it again. So let me just type in ls and see if the name is the same. So basically its name is handy icode 02 IVS. So let me just copy that. So handy icode IVS, and copy this, and I'm going to type aircrackng and the name of the file, that is handshake file, and finally the word list -w, and the word list name is WPA word list. Enter, and it started doing its work, and in a minute you got your Wi-Fi password, that is topcoder2. It found out that topcoder2 is password for this particular ut*com, and this is how you actually hack WPA and WPA2 passwords, guys. As I told you, you can actually hack WPA and WPA2 passwords only if you have some information. As I already knew my password, that is topcoder2, it was very easy for me, but it's actually real tough. So that's it for this video. This is how you actually hack WPA and WPA2 passwords. And also this is end of our Wi-Fi hacking series. In the next series, I'm gonna actually start explaining you how to hack computers, basically how to hack servers, computers, and lot. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back with another awesome ethical hacking video. So till then, goodbye.